Guys, and today instead of playing a video game, we're reading like a fan fiction I made. It's called The Rising, Episode 1, The Destruction. And we're gonna be reading them. I'm at season 2 now, so I like it so far. I think it's pretty cool. I've read over it a few times, fixed some things. Let's go. Episode 1, The Destruction. The virus spread to the whole world while we were playing the video game called Ghost. The apocalypse began. During the morning, the virus penetrated the brain and caused the body to shut down. Nathaniel was only thinking that most people were still alive. He found his mom watching TV, although she had just been attacked outside. He thought she was still safe. She then got up and turned into a zombie and tried to kill him, but he skillfully and like a boss escaped to the kitchen. Therefore, he had to resort to a kitchen knife. After that, he had to find Diego and the others at the school field trip and Bermansville. Shifts to Cameron. Cameron is in the zoo with Diego and begins to search for weapons to fight them off. Alright, nobody leaves the enclosure, Diego says. Nathaniel runs in as they were getting ready. I have to pee, Nathaniel says. Alright, get out of my enclosure, Diego said. This isn't your enclosure, really, Nathaniel says. Shut up, Nate, Cameron Ramos says. Dawson appears. Where is everyone? Zombie appears. He then gets his arm and rest of his body bitten. Then Diego, Nathaniel, Jack, Cameron Ramos, and Kane walked to the front line and found 5 machetes. When do we get to use these things? I need my bloodlust to be filled, said Kane. I think I found what started this thing, guys, said Kane. Someone was messing with the capsid and turned it into a plasmodium, said Kane. Whatever that means. I didn't make most of this part. My friends did. Well, guys, we got to find stuff to kill before Kane loses it over here, said Nathaniel. Really, said Kane. As Diego slowly started to throw up in the back as Kane described his gruesome scene. Well, until if either to get decapitated, you or we make sure you are not one of those things that we have been murdering, said Kane. Something close nearby started to snarl. Oh yes, this is going to be great, said Kane. They all four tried to run away while Kane ran towards the zombies with his machete swinging in the air, screaming, top of his lungs, "Who wants some machetes for lunch, dude?" Kane. What? Don't do it. There has to be more than 2 over there. You could get hurt, said Diego. Don't worry about it, guys. If I go, I want it to happen this way. Yelled Kane back to the 4 guys. I really am going to miss you. Miss that crazy guy, said Nathaniel. Me too. He still owes me $20, said Diego. As the 3 of them watched the 2 zombies quickly turn into 50 or more, it was quickly becoming more than Kane could handle. All they could see was the poor guy slowly being consumed. What they didn't know was that the great wonderful person Kane found a chainsaw, where he quickly started cutting his way out of the pile of zombies. Kane quickly caught up with the trio. Kane quickly caught up to the 4 of them. Sorry about that. Which expressed their feelings to him. I was so scared I wasn't going to give my $20 back, said Diego. Then went to the local forest that was covered by lichen. Diego and Nate went together and found supplies for the enclosure. Most people were getting everything that in the room. Although Nate helped and found ammunition, Jack was running for some ammo for some guns, but was unable to find one. He then found a zombie creeping onto his leg. The zombie bit on his leg and tore his tendons. He cried out with blood coming from his mouth. My God. Nate and Diego found his fruiting body being digested by other bacteria. No, Cameron, Diego says. Cameron Norris falls in pain. Just leave me, guys. I'm gonna goner. And you know it. Just leave, said Cameron Norris. Or Jack. Fine, I'll just leave you, Jack. Grabs a machete. Leave now, said Jack. And that's the end of episode 1. So if y'all like it, I will show episode 2, or 3 and 4. Okay? Bye.